Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Really good sign offensively the way they started this game out, getting a lot of hoops from close range.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to get baskets inside. I know you were a three-point shooter, Steve, and a really good one, but it's always easier to score in the paint.
Smith out there with Motiejunas. Then it's Harden. Then there's Howard. And it's Brewer in at point guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Out of bounds, Houston takes possession. And a look at the top three-point shooting small forwards this season in the NBA. Every wingman should have that shot in his arsenal, and these guys certainly do. Well, you take a look at Ariza. He's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, Corey Brewer. Harden outside. Howard with this screen on Allen. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's Howard finishing it off. James Harden, Clark, voted by a majority of NBA GMs last season as the #1 shooting guard in the entire league.
Really hard to argue that, Kevin. I mean, he's an elite scorer, second in the league in free throw attempts per game last season, and he's also a really, really good passer. Able to make his teammates better because he draws so much attention, and he's a crafty and willing passer.
Smith the pass to Harden. Howard with this screen on Allen. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And Harden hand in glove with the Rockets' offensive philosophy. 80% of his shot attempts come from either beyond the arc or in the paint. That combination of shooting with slashing ability, a real key to his effectiveness.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Jones checked in for Motiejunas, and Trevor Ariza has subbed in for Josh Smith. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Gentlemen, Anthony Davis defying comparison in his young NBA career. As the great Dirk Nowitzki said, in all my years, I've never seen anyone like him. And Coach Monty Williams said, he's not like anyone we've ever seen. He's going to be his own player. Drew Holiday put it plainly, quote, he's the franchise. He's the go-to guy. And everybody here knows it. Kevin, over to you.
Chance to become league MVP in time, Doris. His talent is that caliber, I think. Thank you. Harden kicks to Howard. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
And James Harden among the league leaders in scoring and scoring efficiency for 2 seasons running. Even bad shots for most players are average ones for him with his great skill level. And the other thing that makes him such a potent scorer, he gets to that foul line to the tune of about 10 times a game.
Howard misses.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Outside Holiday. Asik in the post, working on Howard. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Omer Asik in the poison pill year of his contract now, making about $15 million this season. That money scared off the Chicago Bulls, but Houston was able to find a taker in the New Orleans Pelicans.
Free throw good, Asik. And Asik certainly a great defensive NBA center, Clark, but $15 million, that's a big chunk of change.
That is especially as cap conscious as teams are now under the new CBA. But he's in a contract year playing for his next contract now. If he does well, it's hard to believe, but his next contract might not be too far off from what he's making right now.
And so Asik nails both of them.
Well, not everybody in Houston was happy when Dwight Howard chose to sign with the Rockets. Omer Asik found himself out of a starting position and promptly requested a trade from the team. This offseason, he finally got that wish.
Ariza against Davis. Back to Ariza. Good. Ariza's got 8 points. You talk about Asik's trade request, you know, after 2 seasons as a backup in Chicago, signed with the Rockets, thinking he'd be their starting center. And I think he is a starting caliber center in this. Tough for him to take that step back into a reserve role. Sure. 2 around 3 minutes gone by. Good on the shot. And Asik, when he demanded that trade, Clark, he sat out games and practices for a week in coaches.
Kevin, that could not have gone very well with the Rockets or his teammates or helped his trade value. I mean, that was not the way to respond after averaging over $8 million a year on this contract. If you're cashing those checks, you better show up and do your job.
And Brewer kicks to Harden. And that one's good. Harden's got his first 2 points.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
On the wing, Eric Gordon. Looks for Holiday, gets it to him. Gordon kicks to Davis. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Anthony Davis with a historic second season. His numbers comparable to some of the all-time greats. The highest player efficiency rating ever for a player his age.
And Davis becoming a go. To score in year 2, showing real comfort as an isolation scorer. In other words, having plays called for him where he just goes one-on-one. In fact, among players his age, with his volume of offense, he leads that group as the most efficient scorer in history.
The first free throw is good. And Anthony Davis, one of only 6 players since 1980 to post a 40-point, 20-rebound, 3-block shot game. I mean, it was amazing. He, in fact, along with Shaq, Steve, the only 2 to do it before the age of 26.
Yeah, and also, you know, those 2, the only players since 1980 to have a streak of 6 games with at least 28 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 block, and I memorized that last night.
Yeah, right, exactly. Here you go with the analytics again. You can twist those numbers to say anything you want them to.
You like them too, though, don't you, Clark?
I do, but they need to be balanced out, Kevin. You know, I'm not going to go overboard with the analytics.
Ariza outside, the 3. Ariza with another miss.
You know, something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound totals are almost identical.
No separation there, not yet anyway.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
Harden outside. They set the pick. Ariza outside. The 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 11 points for Trevor Ariza.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
1:33 left in the first half of the game. Davis setting the pick for Evans. Good D by Howard.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Beverly dishes to Howard. Over to the left wing. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Beverly. Beverly's got himself on the board with 3 there. For New Orleans, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Holiday goes in. New Orleans moving the ball around. Davis setting the pick for Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. That's good. There's 42 seconds left here in the second. Gordon against Harden. Jones with the screen on Gordon. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Howard with the stuff.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game. A potential momentum builder.
Holiday, the pass to Evans. Evans, left side. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Shot clock at 6. And Holiday kicks to Asik. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And here's Harden for 3 and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And the first half ends in a close one. Pelicans lead by 3. And now let's...
Yes, guys, I'm here with Anthony Davis. And Anthony, based on how the game has been going so far, what's your attitude going to be when you come out to play the second half?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So, we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
Anthony, thank you. Guys, it should be all business when you step between the lines.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.